Answer to question 1 of the impact of social media. Let's go ahead and read the first paragraph and unpack the various concepts and ideas that the author is trying to convey, which will hopefully get us to our answer. Paragraph 1 reads, in its early stages, social media was a platform for reconnecting with old friends and making new ones. It was a simple concept that revolved around sharing moments of your life and expressing your thoughts. Over time, however, social media has morphed into a complex web that not only connects people but also influences their thoughts, behaviors, and lifestyles. It has become a tool for shaping opinions and creating trends. At first glance, we note that the author discusses different stages in which social media plays different or evolving roles. Let's use color to break down these different stages. So, in our first stage, we note there is past tense used in the first two sentences. So it says the early stages, we can see social media was a platform, and the second sentence also says it was a simple concept. So in the early stages, the author describes social media as a platform for reconnecting with old friends and making new ones, and describes it as a simple concept that revolved around sharing moments of your life and expressing your thoughts. So I have summarized the early stage, or the past tense, into two ideas that the author has kind of categorized the early stage as. It's a platform for reconnecting with old friends or making new ones, and it is a simple concept of sharing moments or expressing thoughts. Next, the author uses the words over time, indicating how social media has changed. Social media, the author says, social media has morphed into a complex web that not only connects people but also influences their thoughts, behaviors, and lifestyles. I have also summarized the next stage into two ideas. The author says it has morphed into a complex web, and it not only connects people but also influences them. Lastly, the author uses the present tense, it has, and says that social media has become a tool for shaping opinions and creating trends. So here we have our last idea. Let's go ahead and look at the questions. Question 1 says, what is the main purpose of paragraph 1? So before we look at the options, it's important to understand that whilst the author has relayed many different statements, facts, opinion, we are looking for the main purpose, or a summarization of what paragraph 1 wants to convey to us. A says to describe the original purpose of social media. So we can see from our summary and our early stage sticky notes that the author does describe the original purpose of social media as a platform for reconnecting with old friends or making new ones, and as a simple concept for which includes sharing moments or expressing thoughts. However, we need to go back to, is this the main purpose of paragraph 1? And this would be no, because the author doesn't only discuss the early stages or the original purpose of social media. So although that is included in the paragraph, it's not the main purpose of the paragraph. Therefore, we can go ahead and exclude A. B says to argue against the evolution of social media. So if we have a look at our green sticky notes, this is where the author describes how social media has changed. The author says social media has moved into a complex web, and it not only connects people but also influences them. So although we note the word complex could mean that it's more complicated or difficult to understand, the author has not said that social media influences people in a negative way. Therefore, they are not arguing against the evolution of social media, but rather noting that it has changed to include influencing people, whereas in the past it only connected people. Therefore, we can go ahead and exclude B. Option C says to highlight the benefits of social media in its early stages. So similarly to option A, this refers to the original or early stage benefits of social media, and this refers to our blue sticky notes. Although the author describes the early stages as positively, where it is a platform for reconnecting with old friends or making new ones, as well as a simple concept of sharing moments or expressing thoughts, which all have positive connotations. Again, this is not the main purpose of paragraph 1. So we can go ahead and exclude C. So by process of elimination, we now know that the right or correct answer is D, which says to explain the transformation of social media over time. But just so we understand why D is the correct answer, we can kind of reflect that D accurately captures or contains all the ideas discussed by the author. It includes the early stages, how social media has changed over time, as well as what it has become. Therefore, D is the correct answer, as it summarizes the main purpose or the main message of paragraph 1, which is to explain how social media has changed over time.